Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I am reviewing the movie Lost and Delirious, which was made in 2001 and was about an hour and 45 minutes long. This movie is focused on a lesbian couple. It has very dark themes, including depression, and I don't want to spoil the rest of it, so let's get on with this. So I have a little paper here with some notes I wrote down as I watched the movie that I feel are important to share when reviewing this movie. So, in the first few moments of the movie, you're following Mary in the car as she is being driven up to her new boarding school. And I just love the camera angles. They just get every inch of emotion in the poor girl's face as she has to go to a boarding school. If that wasn't obvious already, because I said boarding school like 6 times. But anyways, so I loved how like all of the characters had quite a lot of depth. So the main characters are Rachel, Tori, and Polly. Now, they all have a backstory, and I kind of like how they incorporate it into the story. While they're sitting in their dorm room, they discuss a letter out loud of what they would write to their parents. And we discover that Polly was adopted. Her mother gave her up while still in the hospital after the birth. I think they inclined that she was forcibly taken away from her mother, but I can't remember. Sorry, I just hear someone in the hallway. So it's overall it's a very emotional film, and I like how certain characters are very accepting of the fact that the girls Pauline and Tori are gay, or at least they appear to be gay, as they both said in various moments in the film. They both claimed that they were not gay, so I'm assuming it's just like a bi-curious type of identity here. So you get several sex scenes in the movie that are done very well. Some of them are obviously lesbian, and there is, I think, one, maybe 2 that are straight, which, you know, makes me want to, but that's just because of my preference. So we find out that Tori is closeted, or at least she doesn't want people to know that she's experimented with Polly, and that spurs the whole plot as they two end up breaking up. There is people that are very accepting, and there are also people that are extremely homophobic in this movie, especially Tori's sister, who repeatedly says that it is very disgusting to be with a woman. I liked but didn't like the movie, to be honest with you. I liked it because it's very realistic and I could get with it. And the only reason I just disliked it was because how emotional it was. It was very close to me as well. In my personal history, I've dated several women that were closeted, and it resulted in basically the same thing that happened within the movie. A lot of despair and depression. So I think that's the only con for this movie, to be honest with you, is the fact that it is very emotional. You do get very invested in these characters, and it makes you cry, like, a lot. I did want to mention briefly, though, somewhere in the beginning or middle of the movie, the character Pauline finds an injured bird, and she makes it her mission to heal this bird, give it a home, and give it food and all that. And I believe that that is a key point in her character arc, because it allows her to get some of her frustration out. Like, she doesn't cope well at all in the movie, but I believe if that bird was not included, it would be much worse, much faster than the way that it ended. So, overall, I would say if you enjoy teenage emotional dramas, this would be the one for you. If you are sensitive to dark themes such as depression and suicidal thought, I would recommend not watching it, just to be safe so it doesn't trigger you. I think that's about it. But yes, overall, a very good movie, but it's very emotional compared to the previous movie that I reviewed, which was Imagine Me and You, I believe it was called. Fun fact, the Piper Placebo, or that's probably not how you say her name, but I can't, it's not coming to me on how to pronounce her name. Anyway, the actress Piper was actually in both this movie and the Imagine Me with You movie, which it was quite interesting to see because both films were only done within a few years of each other. So this one was 2001, I think the other one was 2005, and you can definitely see a big age gap of knowledge that this actress has obtained through her roles. So I'm going to stop rambling now and leave down in the comments whether you liked or disliked this movie. Again, please be polite with it, and I'll see you in the next movie. Bye.